Hi guys, my name is Emmy and today I wanted to talk about college admissions and all things college. I wanted to come on here today and talk about high school stats, acceptances, and rejections, and my stats that got me into some schools. It was really scary applying to colleges, I'm not gonna lie. Currently, I'm a third year at UCLA. I'm studying sociology, but I switched my major a few times, so I went in as biz econ and took a few accounting classes, and that was not my thing. I swear to God, I had so many breakdowns about Management 1A, literally traumatizing. Also, I just got my tonsils out like 14 days ago. I couldn't talk like 3 days ago, but now I can talk. So I applied to colleges, I think fall of 2021. Yeah, fall of 2021 because I graduated class of 2022 from high school. And obviously COVID was like not done, but we didn't encounter many issues with college admissions wise. I just know a lot of them didn't take SAT score, and I did take the SAT and ACT and bombed both of them. I went to like the middle of nowhere at like 6 a.m. and took the ACT, and that was literally so bad, but I didn't use those scores because the colleges that I was applying to didn't ask for them. So my advice is just try to apply to everything. You never know. Applying to colleges for me was so stressful. I remember I just could not get through my stats class because I was so worried about my essays, about figuring out which colleges I would apply to, early decision, early admission, all of that, and then also having to prioritize some essays before the deadline and then doing last ones in January, super last minute, and then seeing where that got me to. But it's all part of the process, and trust that you'll find your way in college. So a little bit about me. I'm from Northern California. I grew up in Santa Clara and I've always lived here, and I kind of went to a very average elementary school, a very average middle school, and then my public high school as well. And I think that was a great experience because it was perfect for me. I met my best friends there, and it was honestly a really chill environment. That's a little bit about me. I definitely didn't apply out of state. I wanted to stay in California. It wasn't like my priority to do out of state, so I just kind of kept that in mind. People apply to like 20 to like 10 colleges, but I applied to 12, and I'll list them right here. I was 15 going into high school, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I mean, obviously it was just high school, but so I joined the volleyball team, and that's where I met some of my closest friends ever. Best decision of my life. So I stuck with volleyball for about 3 years because I took a gap during the COVID year and chose to play soccer instead. So I did soccer, volleyball, and track and field in high school. I did varsity for like my senior year, I think. So I kind of just stuck with it, and that shows a lot of commitment. I think that's what colleges really want to see that you're pursuing something and that you stick with something. I had to bring up this because I don't actually know anything about myself. I think I had a 4.5 weighted GPA by the end of my senior year. I also took a decent amount of APES in high school, so by the end I had taken 8 APs. I took AP Human Geography, AP Literature, AP Language, AP Government, Environmental Science, did I say history? Those scores actually really helped me in college because they transferred over. So I got to take over AP Lit, AP Gov, and AP because I got 4s on those. So those transferred, and I didn't have to take some GEs in college, which was my freshman year. I also joined National Honor Society and Key Club. Those were some of my favorite clubs on campus. I did that from freshman year to senior year, and I think that also shows some commitment. I started getting more involved, and then I'm taking on leadership positions. So I was the president of Key Club for 1 year, and then the vice president for 1 year, and then I was the president of National Honor Society with another girl, so we were co-presidents, and we did that for 2 years. That was really cool because they were community service oriented, So we kind of did a lot of events with that, and then that showed some leadership, so I got to write about that in my UC application. And when COVID did hit, my best friend and I, who didn't actually go to my high school, we started a swimsuit business. So we donated 20% of our profits to water.org because we did swimsuits, but we really liked sewing. We sewed swimsuits. I got to send out a ton of packages to influencers, and that helped me understand running a business, marketing that, shipments, all of that. Literally sewing from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then dropping it off at the post office. But that was very fun. We donated around $300 to water.org and each made very little profits, but it was for the experience. And then during my junior year, I want to say, I was also on the varsity soccer team, so that was really fun. And then we did go to CCS, and that was such an amazing experience. I'm terrible at soccer, but it was very nice that I was there and I tried my best, but it was really cool to be on that team and to go to CCS. And during that, I also had applied to be a virtual camp counselor for an adoption camp. So I was doing that on the side, and after practice, I would take my Zoom calls, set up the itinerary with the team, and then that summer I got to counsel a few groups of girls. It was really cool to talk to all those people because it was a camp that was just all online, but I facilitated my little squad, and that was a really cool week-long experience that I did write about for my UC application. Then additionally, I took a few classes at the community colleges for 2 different summers. I did a sign language class just because I was super interested in sign language, and that came in handy when I got my tonsils out because I couldn't speak. My mom and I would sign to each other, and we just used that to communicate. So that was really awesome that I retained that from high school. And then the second community college class I took was a business class. So it was an intro to business class, and my entire UC application was very business oriented. So I applied to be a biz econ major, and then all my essays were very much hinted around aspirations, drive, business, even though I switched, but I still got in as a biz econ major. During high school, I had 2 jobs, but I don't think that really contributed much because I feel like a lot of people have jobs and there's a lot of things that are going on in people's lives. I would just recommend keep adding in any information. You definitely want to build up your activities list for the UCs. But now here are the schools that these stats got me into. The first school that I got into was Chico State. I texted my parents this. I was so excited in class getting into Chico. So Chico State was the first one that I got in. And then I got into SDSU. So I really wanted to be in SoCal, so San Diego was an amazing option. I was very, very interested in going to SDSU. And then I got into Cal Poly. So Cal Poly, I honestly forgot what I applied for because they didn't really have a business, but I think it might have been environmental, but Cal Poly's only GPA, so it's not even essay, so I didn't really write anything for that. That was just based on the classes that I had taken and my GPA at the time. And then I got to Long Beach, so I was really excited about that because I heard such great things and they had the exact business program that I wanted. When the UCs came out, I had only applied to 4. My parents kept telling me that I should apply to more, but I was like, even if I got in, I don't think I would want to go to some of those. So I applied to UCLA, UCSB, UC Davis, and UC Berkeley. I got to UCLA for Biz Econ, and then I got into UC Berkeley for, I think, environmental science, and then I got into UC Davis and UCSB for something I honestly do not remember. The last 3 schools that I applied to were Stanford, Harvard, and USC. I had an immediate rejection from Stanford, so that was really fun. And then I had an interview with Harvard, so an alumni had reached out to me. She was like a 4-time PhD Harvard graduate, like literally amazing. I looked up to her so much because she had started so many business ventures. I had a call with her and it was a really great call. I thought it was very interesting to hear her perspective, but then I got rejected from Harvard. I got into USC and really toured the campus because I think I really knew I wanted to go to UCLA over USC, but it was still super fun to get that letter, and they sent me a free AirTag, so I have an Apple AirTag from USC. That's pretty much it. That's all for me today. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm really into marketing and design, and that's what I want to go into, so I think you kind of have to market yourself to colleges. But that's just my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to shop my LTK, follow me on Instagram, and bye!